It is time for the Pick and Roll live stream here on the Board YouTube channel presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook, where we're live every weekday morning at 9:45 a.m. Eastern time to take you through the slate of NBA games today. Then we hear from my co-host PipsNBA about his free picks over the course of that show, and those free picks have been booming as of late. 3 straight winning days on the show, including yesterday where we go 2-1. A little bit of an assist from the chat on yesterday as well to help us get that winning day with Bilal Coulibaly under 4.5 assists coming through easily. We got another easy win on Kristaps Porzingis over 17.5 points. It's almost covered in the first half. We do get a small loss here on Mark Williams and Brandon Miller. That one got close to a sweep of the day, but we're looking to have another good day here today, making 4 straight winning days. So make sure you guys have liked the stream. If you do, tail the picks today and enjoy the show. Subscribe to the channel for all this great content that is coming your way. Again, every weekday morning, we're here on the channel doing shows just like this. Thank you to the people in the chat, Jorge, Jerry, We the Best, your friend James, D.Shifty, good friend Chillionaire, Vinny, Bobby Turner, D.Shifty, a lot of names that we recognize on a day-to-day basis. We very much appreciate the support. And we've got a big one here to lead off the show today. A titanic clash at the top of the NBA standings. And it's so big that I actually thought the game was yesterday, but it's today. And we can bring in Pips to help discuss this one. The Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, a big one to really see kind of just a bit of a measuring stick performance and test for both of these teams here. Cavaliers at home favored by 2.5. It's kind of priced like if it was on a neutral court, this would be basically a pick 'em. Can you give us any thoughts, Pips, on how you think this one is going to go?
Yeah, we have. I don't know when was the last time we had such a 2 dominant teams. When you look at the win percent, net ratings or throughout the history, they both ranked in top 5. So that's an interesting clash. Clash of different approaches. We have Cleveland Cavaliers that are playing moving the balls, no ISO stuff. They are just team basketball. On the other side, we have Shea just cooking down there, like going through it. That's the offensive side difference. The defensive side difference is also huge. Thunder are taking away everything, every doubling stuff inside, and Cleveland Cavaliers are like playing. If you can beat us in isolation, we are good with it. So it will be a very interesting clash. And I do lean towards the Cleveland Cavaliers in this one. Their shooting against a team that allows threes, spot up threes, should be great. And they are not depending on Mitchell and Garland scoring big numbers when they have a team ball. And yeah, I just think the small edge in this one for the Cleveland Cavaliers. If Chet was playing, it will be a very different story. But at this point of the season, I think it's a small lean on the Cavaliers.
Let us know in the chat if you had to bet on the spread here. -2.5 listed price at FanDuel, -110 on each side there. Let us know in the chat if you were forced to place a wager on the spread here, which side you would lean towards. The Thunder have won 15 games in a row. That win streak is skewed a little bit because the NBA Cup championship game does not count towards their record, but for NBA regular season games, they've won 15 in a row. They're 30-5 on the season. The Cavaliers have won 10 in a row. They are 31-4 on the season. So one of these win streaks is about to come to an end. And I got to give a lot of credit. The NBA is doing a fantastic job of marketing this game. We saw on FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NBA, they had this game listed yesterday, so they had it listed in advance to try and build up the anticipation there. But on social media as well, there's been criticism about the NBA not promoting a team like the Thunder, even though they're maybe one of the most fun teams and one of the best teams in the NBA. But they've done such a great job at promoting this game. I am very much excited to see how this one does go down today. Betting wise, you mentioned before we went live here that you tried to find some official picks, didn't quite materialize. Any leans you can provide for this game? Anything that you were trying to look at, you were interested in it at the very least?
It's tough. This game, as it's heavily promoted, and they didn't play a game last night. They open up their lines 2 days ago, and it's sharp now. I will say like I can do much here. I'm really interesting to see like how Shea is playing because they allow the most isolation points in the league. I can show some stuff like matchup wise. Shea it's a bit high, 32 and a half. But if we can look at the Thunder allow the most isolation stuff. They don't double. They will let him cook, and if they decide to do it, Shea should be up for a good game. They switch and they defend in single coverage, but then I don't see this game for Isaiah Hartenstein scoring wise. Overall, points, rebounds, and assists. Someone mentioned in the chat. Yeah, I don't know about rebounds and assists, but overall points 12 and a half under could be my lean for this game. On the other side, I think the lines are set really well. Maybe if they are sending two on the ball, which they are going to do, we can look at the assist for Donovan Mitchell. He's kind of crushing it last couple of games, so that's a bit small in here. But as we can see, the Thunder allow third least assist. But when you look at the guards, they do allow above average to guards or average. I would say average, and yeah, that's a small lean. So yeah, not much on this game. As I said, numbers are sharp, but matchup wise, they will put two on the ball against Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. They will need to pass to the shooters. They have great shooters surrounding them, so that should convert on a decent rate. Uh, yeah, that's it for this game on prop wise.
So official picks for that game, but there is a game that you are looking at for official picks, and that is the Detroit Pistons taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Detroit 8.5 point favorites on the road. Yeah.
Just a second. We have probably the biggest NBA prop channel calling our shot. He just commented, Alex, enjoying your stream. Thanks, man. Glad to see you
so much
watching.
for tuning in, watching today.
Yeah.
We appreciate the support very much.
Yeah. So for this game, Pistons and Nets, and this is one of the parts where you said like a lot of uncertainty. Sometimes it brings the best parts to take. For this game, I don't know if the line moves. I need to check it out since we started the stream because it should probably move. But let's check the numbers on the Clowney. I think yeah, you already know that like for huge chance, yeah, that yeah, it's plus of 2. It was I want to bet over 11.5. Can you just check the numbers? I think there are some minus 115, minus 120s, because yeah, FanDuel first to move. So
so for 11.5, I see 125, 130, 117 in one spot. Looks like the best available number here is either 125 or 130.
Yeah, let's do 125 and okay at minus 130. I think the thing with this one is the Nets have almost everyone out for this game, and when you look at the roster, who is going to shoot? Like, so their projected starting lineup is Ben Simmons, Keon Johnson, Zaire Williams, Noah Clowney, and Nicholas Claxton. Uh, that's rough. And from the bench, they have Darren Sharp and Jalen Wilson. That's rough. Like, who is going to shoot? And if you take a look at the last game against the Pacers, in the same lineup without Simmons, and Simmons being back in big minutes means even more shooting for role players because he doesn't shoot and he's pass first, so he will create something for these guys. And if you take a look at the last game against the Pacers with so many guys out, Clowney led the team with 15 field goal attempts. So in the last game, he ended up having 23% usage. Game before that, he was at 17. So when we look at the games when he had at least 15% usage, which is very conservative looking at the lineup, I think he could be like at some 20% rate. And when you look at the games where he played 20 plus minutes, he's over this line in 7 out of 7 games, averaged 16 points this season. And Pistons are decent matchup. Like, they are tanking in defensive rating. And the Clowney is the guy that can shoot. He's shooting 38% from 3 on a good on volume. The Pistons lately are giving more threes than to start the season, and they are averaging spot up, averaging transition, and below average pick and roll man. So overall, decent matchup, but the volume should be really high for him because I don't see any of or these other guys having even a chance to shoot. Yeah, so I like Plumlee with volume.
Okay, there. So first bet of the day, Noah Clowney over 11.5 points as the Brooklyn Nets take on the Detroit Pistons. We will keep moving in just a moment here, but we'll interrupt for a word for presenting sponsor on the board YouTube channel, the FanDuel Sportsbook, because with the NBA season heating up, as we watch your favorite teams and players in some of the biggest games in the league, like the Thunder and Cavaliers playing against one another today, check out FanDuel to make every NBA moment even more rewarding with America's #1 sportsbook. With a fantastic interface, ease of use, with so many different markets available, quickness of these markets getting posted, very fair pricing. We find so many of our best bets here on the FanDuel Sportsbook. FanDuel is a fantastic opportunity for you to use, fantastic sportsbook for you to use, and with a fantastic opportunity for you to take advantage of right now. Because new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Yes, guaranteed. So next time you get a hunch on who is going to win or how many points a player will score, bet on FanDuel and watch your picks come to life. Just visit FanDuel.com/board or use the link in the description, FanDuel.com/board. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NBA. But must be 21 plus and present in select states for Kansas affiliation with Kansas Star Casino or 18 plus and present in DC. First online real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued with non-withdrawable bonus bets will expire 7 days after receipt. After 3 months free trial, the full price of League Pass will be automatically charged monthly. Cancel anytime. No refunds. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Limit 1 pass per customer. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. And we'll jump back into things here. We'll get to the top of the list of games now as we went a little bit out of
we can stay on the same game. I have another bet.
Even better. We'll go back to the
Yeah.
Pistons Nets game. What else you got for us here?
Claxton under 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And I think for this one, I think the best line is actually on the FanDuel. It should be 24.5. Yeah, minus 150. I think that's the best. Under 24.5, that should be the best line for him.
I'll just make sure. And yeah, best line available right here.
Yeah. So I'll just show you guys why I think this is a great bet. When you look at the season, he kind of a lot of red, but let's do like when he's playing 22 up to 30 minutes because he's projected to play 28. The Daron Sharp is taking at least 18 minutes, so his ceiling is at 30 minutes. I can see how he gets more than 30 minutes. This game has 8.5 spread. Could be a blowout. Pistons are playing well lately, so could be a blowout. When you look at the hit rate, he's under this line in 70 out of 20 games when he's playing between 22 and 30 minutes. But when he's scoring at the rim, 74% of his points are at the rim, and Pistons allow fourth least at the rim. So let's look at the games when he's playing teams with above average to above average rim defense, and we got this. He's under it all 12 games, average only 16 points, rebounds, and assists. And also Ben Simmons starting could create some additional problems with paint clogging for Claxton, and take some rebounds away from him, take some assists away from him. So overall, tough one. When you look at the rebounds as well, he is in a tough matchup as Pistons allow fourth least rebounds. And as we can look, similar type of players are underperforming by 9 to 10% against their lines against the Pistons. So overall, tough matchup for him for everything: assists, points, and rebounds. And yeah, I could see this being a blowout, which could help us lower the Claxton minutes in this one.
All right, so we got two official plays in this game to get us started for the day. So let's keep it moving now. See if we get any more for the rest of the day. Nick Claxton in second play here, under 24.5 PRA. And we'll keep it moving. We'll go back now to the top. Well, no more picks in this game, right?
Yeah, no more.
All right, just making sure we can go to the Bulls game against the Indiana Pacers. Indiana favored by 6 points at home for this one. Pacers been putting together some much better performances as of late. They're 7-3 in their last 10. I didn't really see that one coming, but here we are. They're putting together some much better performances. I'll actually just double check the schedule to see if that's kind of worthwhile. Yeah, there's been some easy games, but there's been some not so easy games in that run of games. So it's partially real. Regardless, anything you have for this game here?
Actually, let me just check something. Yeah, nothing for this game because for the both sides they kind of started adding points to the players total. Like Zach Lavin's at 24 and a half. And usually that's a play against the Pacers, but lately they've been putting two on the ball and doubling opposing players, best players. Sudden change happened like 3 to 4 weeks ago, so no more targeting the best opposing players. We can see that even lately, like they kept Lillard to 9 points, Fox under, Lillard again under. So yeah, they started doing well against the opposing best players. They even held Beal to 8 points. Yeah, J Dub scored 20. DeRozan only 2 points. So yeah, they've been improved against the best opposing players, but now they are leaking on the spot up. They allow for most spot up, and I don't see like for the Bulls who is the target for spot up. Maybe Patrick Williams, but I just don't like the guy, to be honest. And
Makes sense.
points wise, yeah, on the Bulls, I don't like anything for the over when this could be a blowout, and the lines are a bit higher set. So no bets for this one. Yeah.
All right, no worries there. We've already got the two plays in mind. We can keep moving down the list of games now and get to the Toronto Raptors against the New York Knicks. Raptors, blowout losses in 6 of the last 7. Things are not going well for my Raptors at the moment. And even with a couple of Knicks potentially not going to be playing today, like Karl Anthony Towns, who I believe is questionable for the game today. Yeah, I only see this game going in one direction here with the Knicks favored by 11.5 at MSG. What, do you agree, disagree with that?
No more love towards Raptors. I got
Yes.
burned last 2 times when I said they could stay in the game.
Yeah,
I should
yeah,
listen to you, who watches them all the time and know
yeah.
way better than me. So yeah, betting wise, Towns is expected to be out, but Tibbs, being Tibbs, you never know. He could play on one leg against the Toronto Raptors, and I wouldn't be surprised. So can't honestly do much for this game because he changes a bit of everything. Like if he's out, maybe if Towns is out, maybe I stab some overs for you guys. Like the line set for Scotty at 18 and a half is kind of a low. I think you will agree on this one. Like even with everyone healthy, Scotty Barnes probably the first scoring option. Like he
Yeah.
shares fair bit with the Barrett, but Scotty don't this season he doesn't give a fuck. Like he's just shooting, he's just shooting. Like even look like last couple of games, like he is taking like 18 shots like every single game, at least 18, like 18 to 20 in the last 6 games. So yeah, he doesn't care. He's getting his, and he should. Uh, so yeah, overall in the season, I think the matchup will be tough. He should be covered by OG Anunoby. But earlier this season, he put 24 on him. But that was game without Jacob and Quickly, so weird one. Earlier this season, also without Quickly, he had 15 points in 23 minutes. I don't know. staying away probably. But if Towns is out, I'll probably bet Scotty Barnes because without Towns, I don't think it's a blowout. I will say it again. They lost to the Orlando Magic. Crazy stuff, crazy team. Um, you guys should be at least fighting through the fourth quarter. So
Should,
if
should's the key word. We'll see. I like the confidence. I agree. They should. They on paper have enough talent to not be getting blown out at halftime every game. But unless you're playing the Brooklyn Nets, that's been the case lately. You'd think, yeah, without Towns, without like rim protection, it should cater to Barnes and Barrett to have a bit more success here.
I won't say that. Like Towns in the rim protection doesn't go
Okay, yeah,
hand to
fair
hand.
enough. There's
Yeah,
not a lot of rim protection in
yeah,
general.
if like every player substitutes for Towns is improving rim protection. Like
I
that's
suppose.
yeah.
That said, Toronto's defense is a disaster. The New York Knicks offense is phenomenal. That's
Yeah, I would say
blowout
the
potential.
Knicks defense is not good. It's okay, the average. And Knicks offense is unbelievable with Towns and not great without Towns.
Yeah.
So if Towns is out, we have average offense, average defense against
Okay.
teams with poor defense. So
The
yeah, could be a game. And
we'll see.
Nick Tips is playing starters even if they are up 15 in the fourth, early in the fourth, and you guys are going to play starters as well if you are down 15 with 10 minutes left. And I could see that being like the range of outcomes.
All right. Well, we'll just have to see. I certainly hope they keep it close. I don't care if they lose. Just keep it within 10 or something for most of the game.
Yeah,
From
less
one
competitive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. From one potential blowout to another, we have the Wizards plus 11 on the road at the Philadelphia 76ers. Obviously, the season has not gone to expectation for this Sixers team. They're 14 and 20. Still time to recover in this Eastern Conference. Still more than half of the season to go, and it should very much be a win today. So I don't know if we need to dwell on the spread or anything here, but is there anything betting wise you're looking at here tonight?
Yeah, I actually didn't look into much into the game. I bet early some stuff and then didn't even look at this game. But Poole should be back tonight, and then you have Poole, Carrington, Koulibaly, Champagne. Yeah, Kuzma is out probably. Brogdon is out probably. Yeah, tough one. I also actually don't see. I mean, I do see they are on back to back, but 11 spread for the team without Embiid, Paul George, and McCain, and KJ Martin, and Kyle Lowry. Like,
This is the
still, like
Wizards.
Maxi should be enough. I mean, if Poole is playing, I don't know.
Second night of back to back for the
Yeah, I
Wizards as
won't touch
well.
this. I won't touch this. I mean, Maxi should put crazy numbers against the Wizards, like insane numbers. Like there is no one else to score besides Maxi in this one. So when he gets the minutes and without Embiid and without Paul George and without McCain, I think he should put huge numbers. But no, nothing on this game.
Just quick mention, D. Shifty in chat asked about Yabusele, if it's a Yabusele night. I think his numbers have already been kind of
Very
adjusted
corrected.
here.
Yeah. I agree.
So
Someone said Barrett over 19.5 against. Yeah, I like that. I think he will play great in Madison Square Garden.
I agree. The only thing, like, to compare, like, if you're comparing to previous games, the Raptors weren't healthy in those games. They are healthy today and have everyone. Nobody's on the injury report for
Uh,
the Raptors today.
I don't think his usage goes much down. Like last game against the Bucks, he was just putting shots up. Like his usage was untouched. Like he had 27% usage. That's like being held for most of the season. And now
But
against the Knicks,
the difference in his usage though is that he's not the primary pick and roll ball handler, which he was in some other matchups this season. So yeah, I agree. He's still getting a ton of the ball. And like last game, the Raptors were a disaster. So basically, Barnes and Barrett did whatever they wanted. But the touches are coming in a bit of different ways. That's just like my only like thought on a bet here. But I would also lean towards the over. And I agree. Playing against the Knicks, he has a tendency to play a little bit harder. Agreed.
Yeah, the point is, okay, he's playing off ball, but that sometimes is a good thing for RJ Barrett. Like
Yeah, it can be.
his efficiency should
Be higher
raise.
now.
Yeah, but usage will be a bit lower, so it's like evens out probably. But yeah, at 19 and a half, if it's a good price, I will bet. The market is at 20 and a half, so if you have 19 and a half for a good price, and it makes even logical sense to add on it, that's just a good spot to be in.
Agreed. We'll go to a clash at the bottom of the NBA standings here. The Blazers +2 on the road at the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans, they got Zion back. I don't know actually if he's gonna be playing today. He played yesterday, so
He played yesterday
I'm
and
gonna
played
assume he's
great.
not playing today.
Yeah, he played yesterday and played great. I highly doubt he's playing tonight. I think he's already
He's
ruled out. Yeah, there is no
see him
chance
on the
he's
injury
playing.
report on ESPN. I will check if it's been reported. I agree with you. I don't think.
Doubtful. Yeah,
He's
it
not
makes
playing.
no sense. Like they are not
He's not
making
playing,
playoffs. Yeah,
which makes sense because
yeah.
he's been out. Yeah. For this game though, player props. Anything you're looking at?
I can just look now. Honestly, I did look earlier, but CJ McCollum 24 and a half. Just comment through it because I don't have much today. CJ McCollum 24 and a half. Yeah, I don't see it. Without Zion, yeah, Portland is a good matchup. He's going against his ex-team, but that doesn't mean much. Last game against the Wolves, he was 1 from 14. Couple of games prior to that, he scored 50. Enough, he got 1 for 14. Like on the side of the Pelicans, the Blazers, I think Denny Avdia is questionable now. We get way too high lines for everyone else to bet on, and I think he should play. I don't see why he should sit out. Then we have like way too adjusted lines. Like everyone got like 2 points higher lines than they should have. Uh, so can bet overs, and I like overs against the Pelicans, of course. So Anthony Simons probably getting covered. That will make his life a bit tough. But we've seen Jordan Poole kill them, so he's playing well lately. So that should be stay away spot. The one I do like is Aiton over 15 and a half. Not an official bet, but the matchup is almost perfect. He covered this line more than not this season. Put against he played 3 times against the Pelicans, scored 10 on 5 from 14, which is crazy for a center, and then put 17 and 19. So kind of covering. They are allowing a lot of pullbacks, a lot of transition, and average to pick and roll. Decent lean on the DeAndre Ayton, but official bets are not going to be up here.
Fair enough. We can go to the Clippers Nuggets game where I know you do have some official bets here. Notably on the spread in this one, the Nuggets at home, where they are obviously much better, have one of the best home court advantages in the NBA, are +2.5. I believe I saw that Jokic was entering the injury report. I just want to confirm that status there, which would make sense, therefore, on the spread. Jokic was out for yesterday's game against the Celtics with an illness. I'm not sure if he's back today or if that's been updated at all. There's been injuries to Aaron Gordon, but we'll go to you, Pips. What are your thoughts in the game here, and what are you looking to bet?
Yeah, this one is Jokic missed the last night game against Boston. That was very unexpected, I would say. And now he gets question tag, I think, for tonight. And the reasoning is illness.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recover from sudden in less in
One day.
24 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's putting heavy dub for this one. Without Jokic, I don't think they can compete on back to back against the Clippers. They played three times this season. Clippers won twice, then got blown out by the Denver in the third game. So yeah, in this one I was looking to James Harden and I was looking to assist, and it's kind of available at minus 135, and that will be like the biggest juice I ever played on the show. And I don't know. I mean, still think I need to bet this. Like in two games with Leonard,
Mhm.
he covered this with 15 and 8. This season, when he is not playing teams, like this season, he's covered this in 15 out of 26 with 8.8 points assist average. Now gets Kawhi back and should look more to assist. Put 16 assists against the Denver in the first game, put 11 assists against Denver in the second game, and then had game with 6 assists, which was a blowout loss. So Denver allowed the most assists in the entire league. I think we need to make this official. Like there are some like minus 135 official bet James Harden over 7.5 assists. Like this should be 8.5, like minus 115. Like that's how I see it. Like I think this should be 8.5. The matchup is perfect. He got the Kawhi back. He should lessen the burden of scoring, and it's really a good matchup for assists. So I'll make this third official bet James Harden over 7.5 assists. I mean,
Yeah, we've talked
but
about
yeah,
it loads of time on the show. If you think a play has value, it doesn't really matter what the odds are on it. Like if it has value at that price, it doesn't matter what the price is. So um, James Harden, no problem to play him here if you'd like to play enough there. So James Harden over 7.5 assists is the play, and we could potentially see this one moving to like decent juice on an 8.5 later on in the day. So
yeah.
perhaps also getting ahead of it at the moment. Just looking around here, minus 135 is the widely available price, which we'll play it at, but minus 130 is also available if you guys can shop around. Make sure you're always getting the best possible prices on your wagers. We always mention that on the show because it's paramount to our success as a sports bettor, especially if you're paying heavier juice like this. It can make the world of a difference. So there we have it. 3 official picks so far on the show today with James Harden there. This one's not available on FanDuel. They have no props listed except for threes. Oh, they don't have any. No, they don't even have that. No player props listed on FanDuel right now. They're just probably awaiting on some further confirmation regarding Nikola Jokic before posting the odds on that one. So we can move to the last game we have on the slate today before going to a Q&A to get any reactions to bets from you guys. We'll go to the San Antonio Spurs playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks not been playing their best basketball recently, I think it's fair to say. However, a massive 24-point victory over the Raptors could get them going. 5.5-point favorites at home against the Spurs. Last game here. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they should have enough to compete in this fun, especially with how Bucks were playing lately. Like it it didn't look good for the Bucks at all. Uh, Spurs with healthy Wemby are a good team. So I mean, not much on this one. Uh, 5.5 spread seems fair. I will only say that one. It will be interesting to see how they are going to defend on Giannis and on the other side on Wemby. If they are going to give him single coverage, I'm talking about Giannis. It will be interesting to see how Wemby can protect the rim against him. Last season didn't went well. I think Giannis had 46. I actually don't remember if Wemby was playing in that game, but I can see the number that uh, he he had 20. 20, 46. Bucks coming after uh, blowout win against the Raptors with where Giannis had triple double, but before that they lost to the Portland and Nets. I don't know, weird game, weird lines. Don't kind of like much on this one. I don't know what to think of. For example, like Chris Paul assist, as we had that bet for many times this season. If you take a look at his assist, like it looks kind of good. Like he averaged 9 assists a game this season and covered this in 23 out of 29 when he gets 27 plus minutes. But Bucks don't allow many assists. They are ranked as ninth in assist allowed. They don't allow points to the paint. Yeah, this one I don't know what to bet on this. So we are going to stick with 3 bets. The way I looked at this slate, I think 3 is a bit on the higher side. I expected less, but like some spots in that Nets game unexpectedly. So we have 3 bets on this slate and think we are okay with this.
Trippy mentioned Giannis got stitches on his shooting hand after the last game. It's on his pinky. I actually haven't seen that he got stitches, but I watched the game. He got a big cut on his pinky. I was kind of thinking during the game, how much does that affect a guy like Giannis? Obviously, it affects him less than somebody who's taking a lot more jump shots. But how much do you think that would actually affect Giannis and his ability to perform, dealing with a bit of a pinky injury?
Not not much.
Yeah, that's how I kind of felt as well.
Yeah, not much. He just if he's getting the coverage he likes, he'll crush. And we saw against the Raptors if he's getting coverage that
If he's getting doubled, just pass to the wide open guy.
Yeah, then he'll get triple double and yeah.
God, teams run by absolute idiots, man.
Yeah.
Barnes was actually defending him pretty well 1v1. Like, you're not going to stop Giannis, but it wasn't like it was not. Barnes was defending him more than well enough to not justify having to double him every position. But yeah, that's what happened. All right, let's go to. Well, we have to go back to the Raptors game here because not everyone, but a lot of people are asking about Josh Hart. Your friend James asked about over 31.5 PRA at -113. Bobby Turner asked about playing not a PRA, but a same-game parlay, including points, rebounds, and assists, 10, 6, and 6 for -103 on FanDuel for Josh Hart. But Nicholas Jemson feeling the other way, asking about under 15.5 points. So Josh Hart is the man. We want to know for everything, what do you think about his lines?
Yeah. First 2 games against the Raptors, he had 3 assists and 4 assists, but later this season, he kind of ramped up the numbers, so it's kind of weird. He had 4 rebounds and 3 rebounds in those games, so doesn't look good at all for Josh Hart on the overs in the head-to-head matchups. On the points wise, he was like 10-11. Obviously not great, but yeah, that's something I expect for him if Towns is playing. The thing is, when you look at the assist, like look at this is crazy even to look like 12, then 2, then 10, then 2. Like, can you make all the inconsistency? But yeah, if Towns is out, he could put great numbers for rebounds. So we can look at the last couple of games. He averaged 12.8 rebounds over the last 8 games. The only under coming against OKC, where he had 7 rebounds on 18 rebounding chances, which is so he was expected to have 10 in this game as well. So rebound wise, a 9.5 over against the Raptors, who allow below average rebounds, and where he had only 7 rebounds in 2 games combined. Honestly, I'm not fan of the overs. Like, even you look at this entire season, this number is set like Towns is not playing. Like, even look at the entire season, he's not even close. to covering this line in most of the games. And yeah, I don't know. It's like if Towns is playing, yes. If Towns is not playing, yes. If Towns is playing under 15 points, sounds good. Overall, not much on this. Like I can have opinion. It's solely dependent on Towns playing or not. And so if you want to bet this, like make a read on if Towns playing or not. And with tips, I don't think you can predict that.
Fair enough. So not not really a big answer either way due to the uncertainty around Karl Anthony Towns, but it seems like you lean a bit more to the under than you would towards any overs on anything, Josh.
Now numbers are kind of putting in that direction. If
Okay.
yeah.
Completely makes sense there. If that's all, then we can wrap up the show here with the 3 official picks for today. If you're tailing or if you enjoyed the show or maybe both, make sure you do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel because we do shows like this every weekday morning at 9:45 a.m. Eastern time. We put a lot of work into this show while we're live and while we're doing stuff behind the scenes. We'd appreciate all of the support. Make sure you share as well to get some other friends involved and we can grow the channel even further. But here are the 3 official picks for today's show. Noah Clowney, over 11.5 points. We found it minus 125 or minus 130. Both prices acceptable on that one there. It's actually moved up, I think, everywhere to 12.5. Plus 100 is at 12.5, potentially better than minus 130. So 12.5 plus 100, I would say, is also fine from a mathematical standpoint. Also in the same game, Pistons and Nets, we have Nick Claxton under 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists at minus 115 odds. And in the Clippers Nuggets game, James Harden over 7.5 assists at minus 135. Some juice that might alarm some people, but if you have value, whatever the odds are, if you got value on that price, that is a good bet to take, and we are going to be taking that, hoping to make it 4 straight winning days on the show. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today. Very much appreciated once again. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow celebrating that winning day.